my lovely people and all my peeps. Your boy Anthony here. Just want to take a moment to welcome you all to my live. Hope you guys are, doing well and everything is fine with everyone. Yeah, this is your boy Anthony. I'm on my first day of my 3 weeks vacation. Today is my first day. My 3 weeks vacation started. Yeah, I'm here right now at home, chilling out. I'm so happy I don't have to be going to work for the next 3 weeks. Can get me some proper rest. Yeah, well deserved. I decided I'm not gonna travel out. I'm gonna just stay home for the 3 weeks. Have me some good rest, eat some good food. You know what I mean, and relax. I need to have a very good rest. Going to work 1 o'clock in the night. 5 days a week. It's a lot of stress. It takes a lot of energy out of me. It takes its toll on me. So I'm so happy. I can have 3 weeks of rest before I go back to work. Yeah. So yeah, my people, I'm here. Just want to say a few things about the Grammy last night. Well, apparently one of our favorite artists did not win. You know, Hopefully, he can continue to press himself in the game and go back to the drawing board and you know do his thing. There's always a next time. And then first and foremost, I want to congratulate the winner, Kesnandi. Yeah, job well done. Happy for him. It's another Jamaican that's climbing the ladder. Let us give him his flowers and be happy for him. And let us congratulate the other nominees who didn't win. Good body of work, because if it wasn't a good body of work, they would not be nominated. So congratulations to everyone. Yeah. But I think that concerning the Grammy, I think that the Grammy needs to have two categories, one for reggae and one for dancehall, you know, because this category was created for reggae. Dancehall was not in the mix as yet, you know. So I think now that dancehall is so popular and international all over the world, you know, everybody's doing dancehall now. Not only Jamaicans, people, from Europe, America, you know. I strongly believe that they need a separate category for dancehall because 80% of the time reggae is gonna outshine dancehall, because it was created for reggae. And then reggae music is a music of message, a spiritual type of music. you know Reggae music, will always outshine dancehall. So I think it's time that the organizers of the Grammy or the owners of the Grammy, I think it's time for them to, create a special category for dancehall. Yeah, because dancehall music not gonna outshine reggae all the time. I mean, some artists have done it. Beanie Man, Sean Paul, Shaggy, to name a few. They have broken through and won Grammy in the reggae category. Those are dancehall artists who has won in the category. But majority of the time, reggae is going to win. You know, Reggae music is a spiritual music, a music that most people will gravitate to. You know, especially the older folks. They like to listen to music that has a message, a music that teaches love and respect. Yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my mic seems to be giving me a little problem, so I just unplug it. Gonna use, by the phone alone, the mic from the phone. Yeah. So as I was saying, the organizers need to create a category for dancehall music. Yeah, I strongly believe that, you know. And then, because for some artists to win, it's going to be tough for them to win, over the reggae music, because this section was created for reggae. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard for some dancehall artists to win in this category. So I think they should create a category for dancehall. Yeah, I strongly believe so. No, no. And then, in the case of Vibes Cartel, I mean, he's done a good work. He's done a splendid job since he has come out. But for him to win is going to be difficult because, remember, people are still looking at his past life. What has transpired with him in the past. People are still holding on to that. People are going to be, not voting for him because of what happened. Yeah, he has a good body of work since he came out of prison. He's been doing good and things like that, you know. But I think that a little bit of biasness is going to come true on him because of the past. Yeah. Not to take away anything from these artists that were nominated or the winner. The winner is certainly a good artist, good work. Happy for that. He's a Jamaican, and I'm so happy that another Jamaican has won the award. Walker Molo, 6320, said hi. Hi, man. I'm here in Tony, On my first day of my 3 weeks vacation, I'm at home, so I decided do a little live, and connect with, with my people out there, yeah. I'm here. Gonna have a nice 3 weeks rest, well deserved, you know what I mean? Going to work, 5 days a week, 1 o'clock in the night, it really takes its toll on me. Yeah, so I'm here doing a little live, I was just saying, a few words about what transpired in the Grammy last night, Well, our favorite artist, because Vibes Cartel is my favorite dancehall artist right now, but he didn't win, but happy for the winner still. It's still a Jamaican one. Yeah. Love that, you know what I mean? Love that. Should we pray for people like Jeffrey Epstein? Well, I don't know much about that guy. I don't know who. All I know about him is what I see on the media. And if he's the kind of guy as they say he is, then I don't see no reason why I want to pray for him. You know what I mean? Because, come on, you're in a position of power and you use it to, abuse other people and do all sort of stuff now. So I personally wouldn't pray for somebody like that. You know what I mean? I have to pray for good people who do good things and do the right thing at all times. Yeah. So I was just saying, I think it's time that dancehall have its own category. So when an artist lose or an artist win, nobody cannot say it because it was a reggae category and, people are in favor of that reggae artist or whatever. You have your own category, you lose to another dancehall artist, the better artist won, what are you going to say? You know what I mean? Yeah. I like the winner. I like the winner last night. Good music is good music, and good music will always prevail, A lot of these young artists, they need to make good music, Look at Bob Marley. How many decades ago he passed away, and his music is still relevant, still have a message. Artists have to learn to make, music with message. You know what I mean? Not to say that dancehall is not a good music. Dancehall is a good music, you know, but it's a music that is being created for the dancehall. You know what I mean? Where people go and enjoy themselves, have a good time, expel all them energy that you want to expel, where you can use certain words, you know, certain lyrics, you know, it can be said or be, you know, be played. Yeah, dancehall is a good music, a nice music to, you know, entertain. Yeah. So I just want to know if these organizers aren't listening to the people. It's a long time now everybody's been saying that we need a category for dancehall. It's two different genres. Dancehall and reggae is two different genres. So I strongly believe that they should create a category for dancehall. Because there's no way dancehall is going to win over reggae most of the time. No. Dancehall will win 80% of the time over, no, reggae will win 80% of the time over dancehall. You know what I mean? Because people like to listen to music that motivates them, music that teaches them about love and respect, you know? Music that live to the test of time, you know what I mean? Music that inspire. That's what reggae music is all about, you know? The world loves reggae music. I mean, the world loves dancehall because it is an entertaining music, but it's not on the same level as reggae, you know, because reggae comes with a message. It's a spiritual type of music, you know. So it will always win over the dancehall in the reggae category. So that's why I say dancehall should have its own category. And these people who are the organizers of the Grammy, they should listen to us, the fans. We need a category for dancehall. That way you will get rid of all of the bad feelings, you know, artists be feeling bad about them not winning and who won and all sort of stuff like that. Fans of the artist will feel, you know, happy when their artists win or when the artist did not win, you know what I mean? They won't have anything to say because they are in a category of their own, competing amongst their fellow dancehall artists. So when they lose amongst their fellow dancehall artists, they can't talk about it was because of reggae this or because of a particular artist this and things like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But I like the direction that the music is heading now. You know, we have a few youngsters who are trying to lift the music up. You know, and some of them are backlogging because they're not making good music. You know, and a lot of them are getting into trouble. You know, they need direction. They need good people behind them. You know what I mean? And then one thing our young artists in Jamaica shouldn't realize that the way you dance a yard, you cannot dance abroad. You understand? Look at Chronic Law. He came up here and because when they're in Jamaica, they drive their car and they do not obey the speed limit on the road. They do not obey the road code. And they come here, do the same thing. It's not going to work. And that's what got them into trouble. Driving at excessive speed. You know, failing to stop for an officer pulling you over and you don't want to stop. You know what I mean? You can't come here and do that stuff, man. You have to obey the laws here. You know, they behave a certain way in Jamaica and believe that they can come here and behave a certain way. No. They need counseling. They need people to sit down and tell them what they should do and what they cannot do. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know, next year is another year. So in spite our favorite artist did not win, I think he's, you know, just go to the drawing board and come again. You know what I mean? Make some good music. Yeah. Make some good music. Don't be downhearted. You know? Don't be downhearted. Victor repetition is it? Whatever. Oh, yeah. Should we pray for people like Jeffrey Epstein? No, I won't pray for somebody like that. No. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm here at home on my first day of my 3 weeks vacation. Yeah, trying to enjoy myself and rest as much as I can. When I get up this morning, I was feeling much better because I didn't have to get up, because I usually get up like 12:30, to get ready to get out for work. I start to get out by say 1:30 to reach work in time, 5 days a week. It really takes a lot out of me at my age. I mean, I'm still strong. I'm not weak, anything like that, but uh, it really takes a lot out of me. So I'm just happy now, for this 3 weeks vacation. Just gonna stay home. I'm gonna go nowhere unless I've got to go to the supermarket or to the laundry. But most of my time is gonna spend right here in my apartment. Yeah, that's what I decided to do. Ain't going nowhere. I'll come June, July, one of those 2 months. I know me. I'm going down to Jamaica that time. I'm gonna put in another 3 weeks to go down to Jamaica because I want to go down to Jamaica and make some nice videos, for you guys. Go all around the country and do my stuff. Yeah. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, do remember, to give me a strength, by like, share, and subscribe. Make your comments, you know, yeah, and hit that notification bell so whenever I'm online, you guys can be notified immediately. Yeah, I'm right here. Let's see if my my iPod needs charging. I haven't used my iPod in a while. This is my iPod that I stored all my music on. I have almost 30-something thousand on it. Yeah, I like uh, I like to download music, because I love my reggae music. I love my dancehall music. I love all my reggae artists and dancehall artists. Yeah, I watch them a lot on YouTube. Okay, asking me for the code. Oh, it still have a lot of charge. Okay, let me charge it a little bit still. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I got my little setup right there. My little computer desk with my laptop, my desktop computer, and all my things set up right there. Got my GoPro over there, and of course my gimbal here for my phone. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy here. Just taking it easy. Yeah. The other day I was watching a video. I think it was on my phone. I was watching it with this gentleman. I forgot what state he was in. I cannot believe there was laws like this. I think it's a stupid law. The guy, I'm trying to remember what state is it, but I can't remember. And the guy set up a water catchment, on his property, at his home, on his land, where he has like 3 big drums, and he set it up with some sort of machine or something. And he uses that water to, water his flowers, his lawn, and things for personal use. And the city came in on the guy and telling the guy that he should cease from doing so because he was stealing the city water. I was like, what? Come on. The water that falls from the sky on your property, on your house, and you catch it, you are stealing the city's water? How come that water belongs to the city? Show me the receipt of the money that you spend to build that water system in the sky that falls down here. And you're going to carry the man to court. They took him to court, charged him, I think it was $1,500 they charged him for it. Found him guilty. No matter how he protests, no matter what he does, they charge him it and tell him to disconnect the system because he was stealing the city water. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. What kind of law is that? The water that falls from the sky onto the man's house top, onto his property, he catches it. He's not selling the water. He's just using the water to water his flowers, his lawn, wash his car, and things like that. And you're going to tell the man that he's stealing city water? No matter how the man appealed, they still took him to court, found him guilty, and charged him a fine of $1,500 and tell him to dismantle the system. My God, that's a stupid law. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. So in this country here, you got to be careful what you do. I'm telling you. They have so many kind of laws. I mean, a lot of the laws are good, you know, but there's a lot of them that are plain stupid. You're going to charge a man for water that falls on his house, on his property, falls from the sky, and you claim that the water belongs to the city? That's nonsense, man. Nonsense. So yeah, my people, you know, in this life we have some people who, you know, they're just on creation to, you know, make people's life miserable, you know. They come and they do all sort of stuff to, you know, have you their way and, you know, have you as their slave and things like that. Come on. Some of these guys that you put them in power in the city council and, you know, when you think they're going to make laws to, you know, defend you, they make laws to offend you. Yeah, come on. What kind of law is that? You're going to charge a person for water that falls from the sky saying he has no right to use it because it's city water he's stealing? Nonsense, man. I don't buy that. Yeah. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, the sun is shining outside, but don't let it fool you. It is as cold as hell. If you ever see the amount of sunshine out there, it is as cold as hell. I think it's in there like 20 something. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to. Let me turn the TV on to see, change the channel of the TV to see if I can find it. Weather. See if I can find the weather channel. No, I'm finding it. It is freezing, I'm telling you. Even though the sun is out in its glory, it is freezing. Okay. Let me go down and see if I can find weather. No? All right, let me go haystack and see if I can find it. Now play. Okay, let me go down. Yeah, here there's weather. Yeah. Click on weather. Well, 24. It's 24 degrees outside now. And sun is shining in all its glory, and it's 24 degrees outside. Very cold. Very cold. Very cold. You guys can see it? Look at that. See it? 24. Yep. Those are some of the counties where they're showing you how cold it is in the counties. That one there, 12 degrees. Okay. Very cold outside. Even though the sun is shining in all its glory, it is very cold outside. Let me lift this up and see if I can show you guys what it looks like. I'm gonna have to turn around. You guys can see what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it. No. It's outside. Oh, it's on tracking. That's why it's not turning to the gimbal is on tracking, so that's why it's not turning to the outside where you guys can see it. I don't want to interrupt the live, so yep. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it is freezing outside. It's very cold. Look at those. Look at those numbers. Look at those numbers. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look at it. 17, 20, 22, 27, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 32, 33, 32, 30, 28, 21, 19. Look at those numbers. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got to live through right now for this winter. We can barely wait for the summer to come on. Yeah, it's very cold. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the boy Anthony right here. Hope everyone is, having a good time and everybody's okay, family's okay. Yeah. Just want everybody to, do the right thing. Remember, keep your family safe, keep your children safe. Always have eyes on your children because there's lots of, unscrupulous people out there. So make sure you know where your children is at all time. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Right now, we've got to take care of your children because they are God's gift to us. They are an asset to us. Treat your children right, care for them. When you reach my age, if it's even one of them, will see you through, because I have 6 children. One is living here with me, my first son. He was the last one to migrate up. I got him up about a year ago, and he's living here with me. And, he takes care of me and things like that, even though I go to work and things like that, but he's not leaving me out, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, not that the others leave me, but they live, a couple distance away from me. One live in Florida, and the other rest live here in New Jersey with me, so, but they live a couple distance away. But my eldest son, who was the last one to migrate here, because he was an adult, it was taking me a long time, and then when COVID came in, it took even longer, So, but eventually I got him about a year ago, so he's here now. He has a nice job and thing, He just went on the road a while ago, so he sees me through, He makes sure I'm okay and things like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, always remember to take care of your children. Treat them right, love them, keep an eye on them, teach them to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Make them understand that education is the best thing in life. That's what I do for my children. I grew them up, teach them the right thing, send them to good school. Now they are in America here, and they are doing fine, yeah. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Boy Anthony. I'm gonna be, I have to go on the road now to do, a little stuff, so I'm gonna have to end the live now. So with that being said and done, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys will continue to support my channel by like, share, and subscribe. Make your comments and, hit the notification bell. So with that being said and done, see you guys in the next live.